Are we seeing a potential Cody Rhodes heel turn very, very soon? Now, let's talk about this a bit and why I think we could be potentially seeing a Cody Rhodes heel turn. Now, we saw on SmackDown, Jacob Fatu behind the scenes did get attacked. Now, we know the obvious reasons and we know the reason why he won't be able to continue wrestling this year is due to an injury which hasn't been announced yet. But it looks like he could be out until the end of the year. And now that's the only reason why Jacob Fatu was ruled out against Drew McIntyre. And for me, I'm starting to wonder, who is the wrestler that has attacked Jacob Fatu? Now, the first one is obviously Cody Rhodes. You know, he's came out on SmackDown fully blaming Drew McIntyre. You know, before he came out, Drew McIntyre saying it wasn't him. But the way Cody Rhodes came out and instantly blamed Drew McIntyre, it got me thinking about when Naomi and Liv Morgan it was one of them two that attacked Jade Cargill a few months ago. And at that point, it just gave me a vibe that Cody Rhodes is in a similar situation where no one thought it was Naomi, that all blamed on Liv. Similar with this situation where everyone thinks it's Drew McIntyre. But again, like I said, he came out and said it's Drew McIntyre instantly, and that got me questioning. But as you watch the match later on that show, as the main event, Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes face off for the WWE belt. And then you look at it, the match ends with Cody Rhodes hitting Drew McIntyre with the belt. Now, for me, a face of the company does not do that. A babyface especially does not attack a heel like that and wins the match in that sort of fashion. It's just not Cody Rhodes' sort of way of winning. I've never seen him do this sort of thing. And it gets me questioning, as I've said, is this a potential heel turn from Cody Rhodes? You know, Cena, when he was a face, he never did something like that. And that's why I'm very, what's that word? I think he may be the reason why Jacob Fatu is out and attacked on SmackDown. But again, it may not be true because, you know, Cody Rhodes is the face. Why would WWE make the face of the company turn heel? Who's going to replace Cody Rhodes as the face of the company? You know, you need a babyface as the leader of the company. Could Seth Rollins be that solution? You know, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed attacked him on Monday Night Raw. So could we see a Seth Rollins carrying the company, being the babyface of the company? I don't see that happening. You know, Seth Rollins, again, Bron Breakker that attacked him for, again, you know, it wasn't their fault for attacking him. Seth Rollins fully put Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed under the mud. You know, he's saying that he didn't need them, and it really insulted them, and it makes sense for him to be attacked by them too. So again, that's an option about Cody Rhodes being the heel turn and attacking Jacob Fatu. Another one is Randy Orton. Now, we haven't seen him for a while, Randy Orton. You know, he's had his rivalry with Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre beating Randy Orton, which leads to him versus Cody Rhodes. Now, it gets me thinking, does Randy Orton want to be in that picture again? To have a chance of, you know, versing Cody Rhodes for that belt, and the only way he can get into the picture is by attacking someone, and he gets Jacob Fatu. You know, he might want to get his revenge on Drew McIntyre and then get his chance at, you know, Cody Rhodes' belt. You know, it hasn't been announced about Saturday's main event. Who's going to be versing Cody Rhodes for the belt? It's either Drew McIntyre most likely, but again, is Randy Orton behind this? Are we seeing a heel turn from Randy Orton? Are we about to see the heel we've seen from Randy Orton in 2009 and previous years? So that is an option. I think that could be a possible outcome where Randy turns heel and, you know, he wins his belt against Cody, and maybe that leads to Jacob Fatu in the picture once again. So I think that's more obvious than Cody Rhodes. My reason why, as I've said, Cody, I don't think WWE will turn him heel, considering he's the babyface of the company and the face of the company. Drew McIntyre, of course, I think it's too obvious for him to be the heel turn. It's so obvious, just like Liv Morgan. As I've mentioned before, when they all thought she was the one that attacked Jade before SummerSlam, before Elimination Chamber, my bad. So I don't think it's Drew McIntyre. You got the MFTs. You know, I think they could be a potential villain. You know, they've had the history of Jacob Fatu leaving the bloodline, attacking Solo, you know, having their beef with the United States Championship. So they could be an option, to have unfinished business. You know, Solo said he wants to bring titles back to the bloodline, to the family tree. So it could be an option, maybe unfinished business between Jacob Fatu and Solo and the Bloodline family. So it's going to be interesting to see who is, the villain and who attacked Jacob Fatu. For me, I'm leaning towards, I don't know, I feel Randy Orton. I don't know why. Again, it could be Cody, but I don't know, it's 50-50. We've got 4 wrestlers, as I mentioned. You've got Cody, Randy, the My Family Tree, MFTs, and you've also got Drew McIntyre. So is Brock Lesnar a potential attacker? I think him and Jacob Fatu would produce a fantastic match, and I think they do work well together, and with their physique, their capability in the ring, their skill, big scary wrestlers, I think it would be a very good match to watch. So yeah, leave it in the comments down below who you think is the villain in this scenario, attacking Jacob Fatu, ruling him out for the entire year. So yeah, leave a comment, and yeah, we'll see what happens this week and who attacked Jacob Fatu. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more WWE content, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.